And you can kick her off.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for taking your time and joining us today. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, all Rotarians from District 7080, current district governor, assistant district governors, past district governors, district club presidents, district vocational services committee, district members, and other club members, neighboring Rotary districts, members, and friends of Rotary. Thank you very much for joining. Today, we're going to talk about building collaboration with vocational services projects. We've had some really good speakers before me, Wale and past RI President Shekhar Mehta as well, who talked about what vocational service is, what vocation projects are around the world. But today, we are now going to be talking about building collaboration services. And this was one of the interesting topics that came up. So what I'm going to do is let me share my screen and we can start with my presentation. So please bear with me. So this is the beautiful city of Brampton, as you can see. That's where I'm from as well. Building collaboration with vocational service projects. Now, I'll do a quick introduction about myself. That's my background. I'm born in Mombasa, Kenya. I've worked in a family farm in charge of dairy, poultry, fruits and vegetables. It was a mixed farm. And then I moved to IT after that, which is at the bottom of the list here. I've been in IT for over 30 years. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Nazmin, and I have 4 kids, all in their teenage years, and one set of twins that did keep us busy when they were born. I came to in Canada, July 2001. My passion, as you can see here, is photography, traveling, helping people, mentoring and coaching people, spending time with family and enjoying part of the success journey while helping people. And the reason I'm going through this introduction, it ties in with vocational services projects. So I've been a past president of the Road Tract Club in Kenya. And as you can see, these are all the other volunteer organizations that I am involved in one way or the other. You can see the International Police Association here as well as an ex-officer in the Kenya Police Reserves, which is equivalent to the auxiliaries. And the whole idea about a vocation or being part of vocational services is your ability to give back to the community, right? I mean, again, I'm a treasurer with the International Police Association. I keep picking on that, but I'm not an accountant, but it's something that I can give back based on my interest and passion. And as you can see, there's different organizations and I'm in different roles with most of these organizations. The ones that I'm really proud of, apart from all of these that really stand out, is the mentoring programs that I run, and I'm the ones that I'm part of as well. Now, collaborating on vocational services projects, there's multiple ways of doing this, right? So the first, as you can see in the, your vocational, the experience that you bring and expertise, you can change people's lives, right? Like I said, you don't have to be an accountant to say that I will be doing treasurer's work around the whatever organization I want to help out. So it's something that you're passionate about. So you've got what you're passionate about, and it could be beyond your vocation, right? And what your calling is. That's huge in terms of vocation. And tie that in with what the world needs, you can make a big difference. And again, this is an outline. All the blue areas there is where Rotary exists. You will see some parts of the world here that are developing countries or underdeveloped countries that maybe you can help out. And the question you would have is, how do I help out people in hardship areas? What do I need to do? Now, if you can see this map that we have here, you've got Rotary clubs there that you can work with. So there's different ways. You can work together with your club at a district level, at a global level as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So it doesn't have to be global from day one. You can work at district level, help communities within your own city. So it can be at your club level, district level, as well as global. So what we have here now, this is the ALU Foundation project.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by #.
Did I miss something? Are we okay here?
I think we're fine. That might have been Sunil.
Okay.
Enter your participant ID followed by #. Otherwise,
Oh, he's dialing in through his phone. Sunil, we can hear you. We can hear you.
you have entered the meeting as a panelist. Attendees can now hear you speak. This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. Excellent. So we have, hopefully that's Sunil who's joined, but I'll continue. So the ALU Foundation project, it's an interesting story here. The ALU, that's my dad's name. We had at the farm where we are, it's surrounded by a village of mainly marginalized people, very poor community. We used to give them handouts like in occasions, right? So Christmas time, during Eid celebrations, we would get donations and give those out. And then, we realized that that was just feeding them for a very short time. Why not teach them a vocation so that they can earn money, right? So it's all about teaching people how to fish so that they can feed themselves instead of giving them fish. So we started this project, and this project was just based out of, we've tested it out, got a few people from poor families. The ladies here, some of them went to high school, some of them didn't. And this is a 1-year course that we put together. And the whole idea behind this is get people to sponsor one sewing machine, or let's say sponsor one student, which includes a sewing machine, materials, and the course for the whole year. So they get to graduate with equipment to start a business. So this, we tested it out, as as the family got together, we looked for different places to raise funds. And now we have interest from the Rotary Club in Kenya, where this project is, in Mtwapa, which is a very small place, but it's a growing location in terms of businesses and activities. So the Rotary Club there wants to work with our Rotary Club here to help promote and expand this project. So we're still in that process of going on. So that's one way of doing it. You're collaborating with the Rotary Club on the ground, and there are procedures in place that need to be followed so that the right processes, the right way of doing things within the Rotary framework are in place. Now, I'll just move on to the next one to show you how this helps. So again, how to partner, I've talked about it. One of them is that is on the global level side. At the district level, we could have a project within a city that needs help with, and the proposal comes through that, hey, we need to raise a certain number of amount of money, which may be beyond our club's reach. Let's reach out to the other districts to gather together and raise funds and help. And you could help with different types of entities where you can sponsor, you can give sponsorship for students to go to school. Again, it's all part of building their professionalism and the professions and careers, right? So that's part of vocational services as well. Now, the other thing that I've seen to collaborate with other clubs is you get a request, hey, we are raising funds, can you help us? And that'll be a quick, okay, yes, they need $1,000, and you do it. That's another way of collaborating with other organizations. So the main thing is identifying projects to help develop or enhance vocational services and skillings. And again, this is critical. We've got a lot of entities that want to help individuals to build their careers and professions. So that's something that we could help out with. You could reach out to other Rotary clubs. We've talked about this as well within the district and internationally. And then to follow the grants guidelines and procedures. Now, if it is a major funding request, there are procedures to do this. So I will quickly, let me just click on this link and take you where I need to take you. So you go to the Rotary International website, and over here there are ways of getting, looking at how you can get grants for applications towards what you want to do to raise funds. So you can apply for grants and stuff. Now what happens is when you do apply for stuff, it goes into the district level, right? So from a district level, let me see if I can open up this site here. So this,
Farhan.
yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. If you're sharing any of your screen, we are not able to see here. So just want to give you a
okay. Thank you for that. Let me stop sharing and I'll share again. Appreciate you bringing that up.
When you click on that link, right? If anywhere it's opening, we can't see that screen. So you need to pull the screen on the main screen.
Yep, I'm doing that now.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So let me go back again here. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. So when I click on that, I go to the Rotary International website, and then over here there's a section here called grants where you can put in your requests to get assistance financially. There's even scholarships. There's multiple ways of helping, as you can see in the programs that are there from Rotary International. So I'm moving between my presentation and websites. You guys can see that? Yes?
Yes, Farhan.
Okay, great. Thanks. So here we have, our district did an amazing job of putting a step-by-step ways of how to get global grants to help with big projects, right? So thanks to the district team for putting this together, and it's fantastic. I've shared this with my partner clubs in Kenya and they have found this extremely valuable to understand what the process is to get funding to help large projects. So as you can see, these are all the different instructions, and I am definitely not going to go through this because it needs more than an hour's worth of. So all I have here is links. There's different ways. There's even a sample, and I know I'm going through this really fast, but I would encourage those who are interested to learn more about this to visit our district website and get this. And I'll try and see if I can show you where this is a sample of a grant here. I'll just show you. So it's a form that you fill in. I'll go to the top. Obviously, and this is a sample. This particular project was about ending malaria in Colombia, and it goes on. You have to do simple steps, project overviews, putting business analysis, where you want to focus and what is the focus of this, right? So you've got the basic Rotary International focuses here. You've got peace building, you've got disease prevention, you've got water, sanitation, hygiene, material health, basic. So you click one of these and then you continue. And this goes into the district level website where the committee looks at this and says yes, no. And again, you have to put a lot of details, value, the money. This particular one, you've got two costs in local currency. This would be Colombian and this would be US dollars. But I think in Colombia, they use US dollars there as well. So that's why you see the figures are more or less the same. And then it goes into the system, the committee sits and they decide if there's anything missing, is it worth doing, and obviously approve and provide their feedback as well. This other link here, I will quickly share this. This is another way of explaining what the grants in the district looks like. And this is again our district 7080. Again, really appreciate what our district committee has put together. They've shown us what we need to do, where we need to link. You'll come to the page, put in your emails, put in where to go to get, like click on members area, then go on grants. So there's a lot of details here on our district website as well. So to sum it up, I will go here and just say, there are many ways that we as individuals, as a collective organization, as a society, community that can come together and make a huge difference in any one individual, to any community, to any part of the world. Now think of it. The Polio Plus project is a worldwide project that we have partaken in, and we're promoting big time. So that's at the global level. Down to the individual level as well. Again, you can mentor somebody to be a better individual, to be better in their careers and in their lives. So there is no limit to how you can help. We've heard the previous speakers talk about, you as a professional, having a profession to help you, not only yourself, but within the community as well, right? So if you, and I'll go back. So I'm an IT consultant. I will give free advice on IT to organizations, and to the Rotary Club too, when we're doing Zoom meetings and stuff too. So we have people in IT who'll step up and say, okay, we'll help, set up the equipment and all that every time there's a meeting. So those are small steps, but as an individual, you can do a lot. And I'll tell you one thing. When I attended the leadership event in the West End, I must say I was really impressed with the quality and caliber of people around me and the thoughts, people thinking outside the box. So how can we make a difference in our communities, within our organization and other things? And I think those are the kinds of innovative initiatives we need to continue making a difference in our lives and in our organization. And I see Rotary playing a huge role in doing that. With that, I want to say thank you very much. And if there's any questions, I would gladly take them. And Sunil, back to you. I know you had problems connecting, but we started, and yeah, so back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Farhan. It is a very great insight provided from your end on vocational services. First of all, my apologies to everyone. I had a last-minute challenges with the audio, and I tried my best to get in. Then finally, I called in. Then you can see me here. My apologies once again. I couldn't be in time, so I'll let Farhan start the session because I don't want to get delayed. Everyone's time is very precious, and I'm very happy that you all have joined this session. This is the third speaker session of our Vocational Services Month in January. So far, I do not have any questions, Farhan, in the Q&A. If anyone have any questions, then please raise your hand, and Dan is going to unmute you. Then you can ask direct questions either to me or Farhan.
Yeah, so
we have Romeo.
I see Romeo's hands up. Yeah, hey, Romeo. You can unmute yourself, and hopefully we can hear you.
Romeo, we can't hear you. We're both the same boat then.
Yeah, no, I had my mute button on my
Okay.
headset, so I was double muted. Okay. Yeah. So good presentation. I think the vocational services team under your leadership is doing pretty good. You mentioned that you're from which club? The Brampton?
Rotary Club of Brampton, yes.
Brampton, okay. Uchi is the president of that club, right?
That is correct, Romeo.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, that was just an inquiry, but my real observation, and you may support me on that. I'm looking at what you presented from two perspectives, from an international services perspective, but also from a project's perspective. I realize that there are two aspects to vocational services in terms of what we can do as members. The first aspect is recognizing the various vocations that exist within the district and the willingness of the members to actually utilize their vocation for some type of initiative, project, etc. That's one aspect. And the other aspect I picked up from what you said about the vocational services is empowering others to, in other words, you help others build a vocation. And I thought, before the presentation, I was rather, like deep in thought, trying to figure out, okay, how is it going to come through, right? Which angle is it going to come? And I've learned, I realized that there is tremendous potential for project ideas based on that approach, because really the project idea or the collaboration would actually come from members that's willing to utilize their vocation for initiatives that would continue to help empower others. So I think that's a great insight that you have provided.
Thank you.
And I also saw the connection to micro business as well, which was which is good.
There is unlimited potential, and you've definitely touched on a point which I would like to expand on. So when I started the Alu Foundation and I had the local Rotary Club visit, the gentleman was a past president. He came back to me and said, Farhan, I am so impressed. You know, we could do carpentry. You know, we could do plumbing. You know, we could train people in computers. And I was like, very impressed. And he was enthusiastic. And he said, yeah, I'm really there to support this. Let's move forward. And, you know, it's those kind of innovative ideas, initiatives, and it's all about making a difference in people's lives. So this tailoring project, we've had 3 cohorts now. And this is when we're also going back to check with the other cohort that have finished to see the success that this program has, to see what we can do to help them too. And there are some of them, they're struggling, you know, like you say, microfinancing. We're introducing that to them to say, hey, listen, you want to rent a shop? You know, go and visit the microfinancing stuff. And then we teach them how to manage the money as well on that front. So great points that you brought in. Thanks, Romeo.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any of the members, are they directly involved in the vocation delivery in terms of, you know, the for example, you mentioned tailoring or the sewing classes and so on? Are any of the, whether it's your club or the club you're partnering with?
Yeah, let's call them the host club, right? So
The host club, yeah.
the host club has got professionals that I am going to Kenya next week.
Mhm.
I'm going to meet with them and ask them to come and spend some time, talk about people who are in finance, to come and talk about money management. right?
Excellent.
Because
Yeah,
that's what they're
yeah.
lacking. So this way we get them involved as well in the project. And
Mhm.
also right now, you know, tailoring is, you know, it's a profession, but if you don't know money management, it doesn't
It-
help as much.
yes, yeah.
So I want to go back. I want to go talk to the club there and start getting them involved in these things. And slowly, as we expand the whole organization there, we're trying to build a bigger building so we can
Mhm.
accommodate more. Now, this has been purely ladies. We want to do something for young youth, because what's happening is there's a lot of human trafficking and illicit activities because of poverty. You know, foreigners and other people are taking advantage of that, so which we want to try and change. So
Right.
it's a huge thing.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Before you travel, if you could reach out to me, that would be great.
Absolutely, Romeo, I can do that.
Yeah. I don't want to still the thunder of others that may have questions, so I will lower my hand.
No, I appreciate that, Romeo. Good feedback. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
appreciate. There's a question I see there. Let's see if I
Yeah,
can.
there's a question here from Helen. Can you see the question?
Yes, I'm a veteran. It says, so for those people who can't see the question, it says, I'm a veterinarian and a fairly new Rotarian. Is there any hope for me to be an assistant abroad? How do we form a list of our vocations to brainstorm together? Helen, if you could expand on that a little bit more, and you know, again, you can unmute and talk if you have that capability, that'll be great. But you know, there is many ways that we can assist abroad for sure, and one of them is by going abroad to through Rotary. I know of people within my club who have gone to Pakistan for the Polio Plus activities there. So there's definitely multiple ways of, and as a veterinarian, I tell you, there are many countries out there that could, you know, really appreciate your services. Helen, I see you there. Maybe if you can unmute yourself and just clarify to me, how do we form a list of vocations to brainstorm together?
Yeah, and this is going to be a great idea, Farhan. Getting to know more about the list of vocations coming from great ideas of Helen or any other members will be great for us to know more in details and work closely with them.
this is a great takeaway for sure, for sure. Helen, are you able to unmute yourself?
I've given her the opportunity to unmute yourself, but I think she's still individually on mute.
Yes, it's
Uh,
like the double mute Romeo had.
yes, exactly.
Something similar.
I will. I'll use this opportunity. My daughter is a veterinarian technician at a practice that does nothing but horses, and the vets within her practice, one of them goes overseas for a couple of weeks every year into different areas of developing countries, and he takes care of mules and other work animals, big animals, ox, mules that have issues. And so he's using his ability as a vet to take care of assets of these people that are very, very important, right? I mean, if your mule is sick or your ox is, not working properly, that has a significant impact on your ability to raise an income for your family. So that's how he does it. And he's been doing it for a long, long time. My daughter's never gone with him, but he goes every year.
So again, you've just provoked a thought here. Helen, what I can tell you is across the world, if you identify that you want to go to, let's pick Kenya, for example. You want to go to Kenya, the Rotary Club there can host you. They will host you, and then you pre-arrange, you can say what you want to do. And again, if the club there can set up clinics for veterinarian services in really, really hardship areas, and I'm calling way in the villages where veterinarians cannot go, and you could go and spend a day or two there, and then like I said, the Rotary clubs can move you around that are there. So it may involve multiple Rotary clubs hosting you. So we've got the capacity to host you and to go there, right? Just like how the ministries work. The ministries would send somebody out there to help volunteer within their organization to go and help a village. And it can be anything from teaching them English to, so there's definitely a lot of opportunities. And the beauty of being part of Rotary Club is we have worldwide representation, and you can go to any of these organizations. South America, for example, Asia, you can go to those as well. So you mentioned about the list of that would be a takeaway for us, Sunil, to put a list together for all the different professions that we have. And again, if we try to do Rotary wide, that's 1.4 million. That'll be a huge list, but we can start with our clubs in our district, put that together, and see how we can put that. Great question, though, Helen. Appreciate it. And again, if you want to get involved, bring it up at your club level, and then if we need to take it at a district level, at the global level, we can definitely do that. But great question.
And also, Helen, I also responded to your question, Helen. We can connect offline, and we can discuss further on this. Okay.
And since you don't respond, that's fine.
Sorry, it's Dan here. Just
Sorry,
looking at Helen's second question. Is there a list of all vocations of all the members within our district somewhere that is accessible?
I would say not at this particular time. It's something that is a takeaway from our side. Again, Helen, again, a great suggestion. And this is how it starts. Romeo, you've got something that you want to say?
I just wanted to comment on Dan's question, which is a good question, because I think, that there is what we call classification, right, versus vocation, okay? And someone may use their classification as their vocation, but they may have other skills that they view as a vocation that they can apply. So, I realize that every member should have some classification criteria that's there, right? What Sunil could do, he could probably start a drive to find out, who's interested in being on the vocational category list and what type of vocation are they interested in. I believe that would influence or nurture ideas for projects and initiatives that would, we could say, yes, we can support X or we can support Y. But I think that's a great question and a great idea.
And
Yeah,
good.
to add one more point here, Romeo, classification, you rightly said, but any member who is joining the club, if they can fill their information in the club runner, I think there is a way to plot a report on what is their profession. So that could be one of the places where we can get the information, what vocation they are into, whether in IT, agriculture, or any other vocation they are in. We can pull that report, and I'll see how that can be achieved. Let me take away that point.
Yeah, the reason why I was differentiating between the two, for example, my classification is project management, project/program management. However, there are other skills that I do have, right, that I could apply that has nothing necessarily to do with project management or information technology or other areas that I may have applied my profession too. So that's the reason why I'm differentiating between the two. But the classification is an ideal place to start as well, because it will tell you what profession that a particular member belongs to, right, etc. So that would definitely help if that data can be pulled.
Sure. Thank you,
Yeah.
Romeo. I will work on that, and I will connect offline once I have any information on that front.
And that's
Perfect.
that's the kind of innovative thinking that we need. And Helen, thanks for triggering that thought. And hopefully we can then nurture this and make it into a much bigger thing as we go. Any other questions? I want to respect everybody's time as well.
Yeah, it's 7:10, and I once again thank you, Farhan, for your valuable information. And without the support of the Vocational Services Committee, we would not been successful in all the 3 webinars. So I would like to thank all the Vocational Service Committee and the district as well for giving us this opportunity to do all the 4 webinars. And the next webinar is coming up on Saturday, January 28th. So please all tune in for that. You must have received the email. If someone has missed in your club, then please share with them, and look forward to meet you all on Saturday, January 28th at 10 a.m. EST.
Excellent. Thank you all. Romeo, I'll reach out to
Thank you.
and we can take it from there. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excellent, guys. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.